We are live. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Manifesting Monday, Monday Spotlight. I am here with Carson Wagner of Lifetime of Love Nannies.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. Thank you for being here. Everyone on here knows that I only promote people that I believe in and businesses that I believe in. So we are streaming all across platforms, but it's basically me and you talking about your business, how you help people, how you're phenomenal to work for, all of it.
Awesome.
Okay, so like I said, I'm here to spotlight Carson Wagner and Lifetime of Love Nannies. And let me tell you first how I know Carson. So I met Carson in December of last year. And, I got busier with work and I have 2 children and I'm constantly going and I really needed some help. And so we should give a shout out to Javon Tweet, actually.
Yes, thank you, Javon.
Reiki Master Javon Tweet, who is on, she's friends. Is she your friend in Facebook?
Yes, I believe she is. Yeah.
Okay, so Javon, I was getting Reiki from Javon and I was, talking with her. She goes, you need to contact Carson. You need to, not only does she have a great service, but she's fantastic. So I did that. And Carson came to my house. She met me with a couple of nannies because I said, I have this schedule. And she said, I'm on this. I've got this. I've got you. And so she brought people and we talked and I felt so comfortable. And she just set me up and I knew I could rely on her. So we're getting closer to a year now because it's almost October.
A year, that's crazy.
Yeah, and I'm definitely a lifetime customer, until the kiddos grow up, but they love all of the nannies that come. And we change sometimes especially because I'm busy and then I have last minute things.
Absolutely, yes.
So, and there was a point where I didn't use the service as much because when the pandemic hit, things slowed down a little bit.
Yes.
But I'm just getting busier and busier. Wasn't quite sure. And so, but you were still here for me.
Absolutely.
And that's what you do. You sign people up and no matter what, like you're going to, either we don't need you as much, we're fine. Or if we need you so much, like we're
on top of it.
You're on top of it. Exactly. So that's how I know Carson. So almost a year and she has been providing wonderful service for me. I use Lifetime of Love Nannies. My kids have their favorite people.
Of course.
And some of you know that I took up playing basketball recently. I got back to, get into some sports. And Tristan, he's into race car driving. He loves virtual reality, video games. We go outside and do things, tools and stuff, but he's not into me coaching him in basketball. He'll play a little bit. Mila and I play, but Carlos, on the other hand, and then we were just talking about it and they're like, is Carlos coming? Because I have a schedule actually written down that I'll get.
Perfect.
Yeah, so for the month,
we'll get to that.
Exactly, for the month. So these guys are amazing. And I'm going to let Carson also talk about the business and what you provide because you guys want to jump on board with her service. She is fantastic. She's reliable. And especially if you are, let's say you're a couple and you both work, or a single parent that, you work as well and you really need help. So Carson, why don't you tell everybody?
So we actually started Lifetime of Love Nannies back in September of 2019. So it has been a year and about 22 days now, or whatever the date is today. And what we do is we provide 24/7 childcare services. So whether you have a crazy work week, busy schedule, you need on call, or maybe you just need a little date night that's much needed, we can definitely provide that. All of our nannies are CPR certified, undergo background checks, and have seasoned experience in the childcare field. So we really have a nanny for anyone and everyone, no matter if you're looking for someone to help you with transportation, meal preparation, light housekeeping. We like to consider ourselves more of a family service than a nanny service because we're here for mom and dad too.
Absolutely. And I was just talking with Carson because one of the things that really solidified going with your service was that no matter what, if I needed you for something that just came up, especially now, working and having the kiddos, and then we're homeschooling too.
Absolutely.
So,
yes.
So tell everybody how that works with your service. If I have a last minute.
Yeah, so if it's last minute, we always have on-call nannies and backup nannies. So you are guaranteed care really any day or time you need it. So if your kids, let's say, are at daycare and they're running a fever and they need someone to get them home ASAP and you're at work, we can definitely go ahead and help out with that. Really, any schedule that you have, like I said, we're 24/7. So if you give us a call at 2 in the morning, we're answering and we're on top of it.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know of any other service
that
does that, especially here locally. And I know at one point she's going to expand.
Yes,
because you guys are just so fantastic. Another thing that I love about Carson, I love about you and your business, is how the process that it takes for the nannies actually to come on. So why don't you tell everybody what the process is to get on to your team?
Yeah, so we do phone screenings, we do social media checks. Then if that is to pass the equation, we go on to in-person interviews. It takes a interview, an orientation, we do vetting. We have certain trainings that are online and in person as well. And then we also, either myself, Sheila, or Elisa, our team, we will come and train the nannies specifically for your family and your kiddo, just to make sure everything is set. And then we also do a meet and greet. So you are able to meet both your designated nanny and your backup nanny and be sure they are the perfect fit for you and your family.
It doesn't get any better than that. I mean, you guys, she pays attention to detail. I call myself a recovering perfectionist because I was just saying that a minute ago.
Yeah.
But you pay attention to details when you are a perfectionist.
Oh yeah.
Carson, what is vetting?
Vetting
people
is
that don't know.
Basically getting someone prepared for a certain position and making sure that they're the right fit for it. So having their SIDS certification, CPR, first aid, clean background check, making sure they know our morals and values as a company and want to provide those services how we would in the office and provide them for everyday life and everyday families.
Awesome. So we have some people. Thank you, Carol, for liking. So, you know that I only come on here and I talk and I promote people that I believe in and businesses that I believe in. Most everyone I've used, right? And so, I just want to tell everybody that this service is amazing, but, also too, Carson, we were just talking the other day about, Carson believes in her service because she's using it as well. Do you want to tell everybody why you're now?
Yeah, my grandma actually is going to be getting a surgery here in October. So we have a Nanny Samantha actually. She is helping my grandma out with everyday things because it's a little hard for her to get around the house. So whether that's grabbing her a chai latte, her favorite drink at Starbucks, or even helping organize or just being a listening ear to chat with, taking her dog on a walk. That's another thing we provide is pet care. So walking the dog, just any little day activities that she's struggling with, we're helping her out with, which is such peace of mind for myself, knowing that when I'm working, someone's over there to be supportive with her when I can't be. So it's
Carson
really awesome.
Is a busy businesswoman
as
well, right? You heard that no matter what time you call, someone is going to answer.
Yes.
So that is just a service that you really want. So let's touch back on everything that you do provide, because I think we might have gone too fast and not told everybody, because I apologize, I missed it. Childcare.
Yes.
Pet
care. Yes. We do light housekeeping, meal preparation, transportation. With distance learning right now, it has been a struggle for so many families. So we have nannies that are coming in that have teaching backgrounds or are going into the teaching fields that are helping with distance learning. We're bringing in-person activities to make it more of a hands-on learning environment instead of a over the screen, because it's sometimes really hard for kiddos to learn that way or grasp their attention and keep it. So we're bringing in activities, setting different learning themes, making sure that we can make the schooling experience, even though it may not be in a school environment, the best experience possible, and really get those kiddos engaged.
We have to be flexible.
Yes,
you guys are flexible,
especially with these changing times.
Right? I mean, so I've had people come and just get excited with the kids too, because I'm training them to be adults that are independent, and I'm just not embarrassed about things anymore, so I've had Erica specifically help the kids get their laundry done before they get into the fun stuff, get the laundry folded, and my stuff too.
Absolutely.
And I watched her, I listened to her, and they were folding every one of my pieces, right?
Yeah.
And just all of you business people out there, when you're busy, you just need help.
Yeah, even if it's a home-cooked meal, you let the nanny know, hey, we're really craving some spaghetti, garlic bread, and salad tonight. They can go to the store, pick it up. We are doing curbside delivery, of course, right now with their COVID precautions, but they can bring it right back, put all the groceries in, and make sure you have that hot home-cooked meal that you've been waiting for all day, because sometimes as working people, it's hard to have time to do that. So it's great to have someone that can kind of take on that to-do list and knock it off for you.
I'm getting to go today.
Yes.
Yeah, but we have back to back as well. So childcare, pet service, and also meal delivery.
Yes.
Okay, so I put the links of how to find Carson, and we'll talk about this again in a second, but she has a website. It's Lifetime of Love Nannies. And then also you're on Facebook. You have a business page.
Yes.
So let's go over again then for those people who are coming on now, or, for people like me that I really love repetition.
Absolutely.
I need it over and over again to remember. So childcare.
Yes.
Pet care.
Online learning.
Yes. Light housekeeping.
Yes.
Meal prep,
transportation, grocery delivery. Let's think of what else. Just helping keep yourself on that schedule. We actually have nannies come in and we'll bring a family journal to you, and you can write down everything you're looking for and more. So the nannies will keep a log of what your kiddos ate, how they ate, when they went to bed, when they woke up, those different nap times, diaper changes, if your baby is around that age, really anything and everything. So when you get home or you need to see, did my child eat well today? It's right in front of you. And it's great because it keeps consistency for both us, you, and all the nannies. So if it's a nanny that maybe hasn't been there in a while, they can look back and be like, okay, great. This is the routine. This is how I do things. This is what mom and dad need me to do. Therefore, I have it written down and I'm good to go.
If I would have known, so when my kids were newborn, I needed that.
Yes.
And I was so, I'm structured now, but I learned to be a little bit more loose. So I don't, but for those of you, especially with little kids,
absolutely,
especially with allergies and other specific, what we didn't hit on that I really want to talk about? So you guys, she's fantastic. And we didn't talk about why you got into this business.
Yeah.
So let's go back and tell everyone why.
Absolutely. So one of my first jobs actually was helping adults with special needs. And I had no idea what I was applying to. I had no idea what I had gotten myself into, but I just loved it. I found such a passion with special needs, but I also knew my heart was really with kiddos. So I ended up getting my RBT, which is basically in the behavioral therapy field for kiddos with autism. And I did in-home therapy for quite a while with kids with autism and different special needs. And one of my families told me, they were like, Carson, it's great that you can do therapy in home, but when do we get to go out for a date night? Because they are always needed to be a guardian in the home when you're giving therapy. And so I was like, And so then I started doing working for a different nanny service that actually closed down back in August. And it just sparked something in me of, okay, there's going to be families out of care and there's going to be nannies out of job. And I also want to take my special needs experience and kind of integrate it into one. And we also live in a 24/7 city, so we need 24/7 childcare. So that's kind of how that came about. And now within this past year, we've been able to have over 45 nannies and about 100 plus families, which has just been great support from the community, and I love it.
Which is why I know she's going to expand soon too to different areas. So those of you who are in different areas, get ready for that. I mean, that's just special. And that's phenomenal that you have the background.
Yeah.
And, you know, my kids can be challenging, like all kids. I was challenging.
Yeah.
I don't know if you
all in our own ways.
In our own ways. But those of you who also have kiddos that have special needs, Carson and her team can cater to that. And you heard what she says, they will log every single thing if that's what you want.
Yes, absolutely.
They bring special bags too. So
activity bags. Yes. So if we know your kiddo loves soccer, we will bring soccer related activities, different learning themes. If we're like, oh my gosh, you know, let's work on our ABCs today, we can go around the house and be like, what starts with the letter A, and collect things like that. So really just hands-on, child-driven learning.
Interactive.
Yes.
Family care.
Yes.
So, you know, I'm going to have to get Carlos here soon, because the kids this time, you know, I've just been last minute and then other, you know, meetings, but I have it all written out for October. So
perfect.
I'm getting that in.
Perfect.
Very soon. But Carlos is going to bring football next time.
Oh, how fun.
Yeah, and he was teaching the kids, you know, with basketball. And Tristan's telling me after I came back from my girls' trip, oh, and I was doing this, and he was teaching me, you know, doing the free throws. And I was like, well, good for you. Because as a parent, you know, I put my ego aside these days. I'm like, we're just getting Carlos over here because I'd like to play a little basketball with my boy.
Yeah.
But he, you know, he's tween. He's a tween right now. So he's kind of, sometimes his tweenness comes out.
Absolutely.
Doesn't exactly want to listen to me. So I just take it how I can get it. You know, we still do movie nights and we snuggle on the couch and he's kind of not thinking about it. But in person, I mean, I'm Mexican and Spanish. I'm a very passionate person, so I love my hugs and my kisses.
Absolutely.
So he kind of struggles with that, but I'm like, you're going to get used to that.
Oh, yeah.
That's a family generation
That'll be
thing.
A forever thing.
A forever thing. That's a non-negotiable. But we'll see. Like, you know, I'm flexible. But why don't we? So is there anything else we didn't touch on before? Because we're ready to wrap it up here.
I think we touched on just about everything. Another thing I should mention is that if you're a family that's needing 24/7 care, full-time care, part-time care, whatever it may be, your schedule's 100% customizable, which is really nice. And that's what Teresa loves about it too, is that you don't have to have any set days or times. If you just want some random Thursdays or Fridays here and there, or you all of a sudden want to do a date night, or your work schedule is really changing around with COVID, I think a lot of people's work schedule has been really inconsistent. So we can definitely help out with that. And then we also pair you with a designated and backup nanny. So you're always getting the majority of the same person or two persons and making sure that they're bouncing off each other, because in this time, not a lot of kiddos are thriving with more change. So we want to make sure we're accommodating to that and bring someone who's a familiar face rather than having a different person every single time.
Absolutely. And you guys are conscious of that too. And there, you know, what I also too love is the commitment, but then you care about your team. And so if something happens with them, you know that there's also the flexibility of being able to have other coverage because you have a large team.
Absolutely.
And everybody is qualified.
Yes, exactly.
So why don't you, thank you for being on here.
Thank you so much for having me.
Why don't you tell everybody how they can find you, where to look?
Yes, so you can find us at lifetimeoflovenannies.com. You can also find us on Yelp, Google. Teresa's going to leave that link for the Facebook as well, so that's a great way to find us. We do have a contact form at the very bottom of our website. If you scroll down, you can actually see a list of the nannies and their bios and photos and kind of get to know our team. And then we also have that contact form. Just put your number and your name as well as kind of what you're looking for, and we will get back to you within the next 24 hours.
Awesome. Okay, everyone. Look at Lifetime of Love Nannies website. You can look at the nannies there, fill out the form, check out Carson's business Facebook page.
Yes.
And you guys, you really want her service, especially those of you who are, you know, single parents.
Absolutely.
Or you are working full-time, both of you. You need some me time, some date nights, whatever it is, meal service, right? You drop those off, and even light housekeeping. I mean, all of these things those of you who are just joining now, go back and watch the video, because you're going to see everything that Carson provides, Lifetime of Love Nannies provides, and why I am so in love with you and everything. And I'm a lifetime customer already. So much needed business. Exactly, Leslie. Thank you so much. It's true. So check her out, you guys. Check out the service that she provides. And I will see you soon.
Awesome. Thank you guys for joining.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.